What's up, people? How's it going? Happy Saturday. Hope you all are doing well. I hope you've been having a good weekend so far. Oh my god, my weekend is so swamped. I was hoping I could stream this game for like most of the evening in an attempt to perhaps actually beat it, because we're not that far from the end game. But I've got too much going on for that. I don't have the time, so I'm gonna have to keep this down to the normal 2 hours, which means we'll probably get a lot of plot done in one dungeon, which is fine. But that does mean when I come back to this game in 2 weeks, because I'm not going to be able to stream next Saturday, there's going to be at least one more Skies of Arcadia stream besides today, basically. I feel like it's possible for me to beat the game in that next stream. If in-game nonsense gets too complicated, I might need a second stream beyond that. But we're pretty close, but I don't have the time to do it all in one day today, unfortunately. Which means no Pocopia until a couple weeks from now. Once I finish Skies of Arcadia, I'm just going to turn Saturday into my Pocopia day. But I got to finish this game first, and that's going to take a while. I can't do it today in just the amount of time. I don't think I would be able to do it today even if I had streamed all day. But I'm definitely not going to do it if I'm only going to stream in 2 hours. But we can at least get some progress in there. Let me pull stuff up. Let me go to this scene first, make sure the audio levels are looking good. Yeah, they're looking good. I haven't played this in a while, so I wanted to make sure audio was fine there. Pull my guide up, and I think we're good to go. So I'm going to... let me change the size of my browser so that I can see audio levels as I play. I want to make sure nothing weird is happening as I go. Sorry for the mouse. I think we're good there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's get going. So, last time I played this game, I had gotten to... We did Dangrel Island. We then went and outfitted the Blackbeard, not the Blackbeard, oh my god, I'm thinking of what's literally about to happen next in the game. We outfitted the Delphinus with the ability to fly above and below the skies. And now we're heading back to Crescent Island to trigger a whole massive amount of plot. But before that, there's a couple of things that we can specifically do, both of which involve heading in the direction of Sailor's Island. I did the Piasso and the Dekukuya fight last time because I needed to get those done first. Because what we're about to do is going to lock us out of a whole lot of stuff in this game. We have to continue. Basically, this entire stream has to be plot. Has to be plot progression because there's no other time to do anything else really. No other opportunity to do anything else. We're going to get locked out and forced to continue with stuff, which is fine. Let's go ahead and get that started. We will begin by trying to go to Sailor's Island and getting sidetracked on the way by the return of this guy, who I haven't seen since practically like the beginning of the game, or at least very early in. Captain Baltor, there's a really, really powerful looking ship coming our way off port side. It's the ship that everyone was talking about, the Delphinus, the one that the Blue Rogue Vice commands. Baltor, I swear to God. Yeah, so Vice, we meet again. He's got such a death wish. Do you understand how powerful my ship is now? This time I have a little something special for you. All right, man, on the pride of the Black Pirates, kill them all. This is not gonna go your way. Oh, your ship is actually pretty sizable compared to the Delphinus. Now look at it. Vice, Black Pirates, set ahead. Wait, hey, isn't that Baltor's ship? Looks like they've done a little work on their own ship as well. Let's go test out their new defenses for them. Just an easy, frivolous fight before plot just sends a lot of nonsense down the pipeline. This fight can actually still be dangerous, though. How do you like the power of the new and improved Blackbeard? It's nothing. The ship is equipped with nothing but the best stuff that stolen money can buy. It's the ultimate black pirate ship. Ha ha ha. All right. No, this is gonna be pretty straightforward, actually. Let's give him a... Hold on, let me think about this. Let's do an ancient cannon going from here to here. Let's... Oh, I have no power for anything yet. Let's focus. Let's get some spirit points first. Clearly, that's what we need to do. And then we'll just use a deluxe kit. That's the thing I need to do after this battle is over and we go to Sailor's Island. A little bit of plot will happen at Sailor's Island, but I'll still be able to like explore the town. I need to make sure I buy complete kits. They should be available for sale now. And that would have been really nice to have in the Doloco fight. And we got a lot of ship-to-ship battles coming up, and it would be really nice to have an item in my inventory that instantly heals my ship for full HP. And not the ones I've got, which are only 8,000 apiece, which is fine for right now. If he's only going to be dealing that much damage, then deluxe kits will work for the time being, but there's better options, and I want to buy 99 of them while I'm in town. So that will happen momentarily. I might need to consider 2 deluxe kits next turn. He doesn't have any kind of super weapons like I do, though, so he's not going to do much more than what he's doing now. So as long as I keep my HP above a certain threshold, it's fine. Also, like, look at all the Moonstone Cannon turns next round. I can go ahead and start laying in on him, though. Let's get an Ancient Cannon there. Let's get a 5-inch here, going into this turn. Let's drop an Arc Whale that also drops in the same turn, and another deluxe kit at the end. And that should be enough spirit points left over for a Moonstone Cannon next round if we don't just take him out here. That was a lot of damage. I feel like it's actually possible all 3 of my hits on this turn will like down the guy, maybe. Moonstone Cannon is definitely going to be overkill, considering how much damage my normal cannons are doing. Never mind. No Moonstone Cannon necessary. Yeesh. That is not the last time we'll see Baltor, but I believe that is the last time we'll fight him. So, oh, we got some stuff out of it. I should see if any of that is equipable. Curse you, Vice! How could you defeat me again? The next time we meet, I will defeat you. You will rue the day that you cross Baltor. Good job, Vice. Seriously, that fool doesn't know when to give up, but at least he's not a quitter. Is that a good thing in this case? Not only do you have the Armada chasing you, Vice, the Black Pirates are after you as well. You're quite popular. This isn't the kind of popularity that I need. Well, I'm glad my last battle in the Delphinus was a victorious one. Enrique. I'm sorry. Alright, Sailor's Island should be coming up soon. Vice, let's go. Dang. Gonna miss him. We'll see him again. The minor plot in question that I mentioned was we are going to Sailor's Island to drop him off, and he will catch a ride back to Valua. But before that, let's see if any of the things I just got for the Delphinus are useful here. We got a timing valve, the hybrid wax is an item. Let me see what that item does, actually. I didn't need to scroll all the way up to him. Where was it at? Hybrid wax. Ah, here. Improves various ship parameters from 1 turn. Okay. I never use any of these items. Some of them I guess could be useful, but the only things I ever care about in that case, I use a lot of that kind of stuff on foot, on regular battles, but ship-to-ship battles, like, you're just fine with like magics because enemies generally in ship-to-ship battles don't have the ability to block your magic in the same way they do foot-to-foot, or block your ability to cast magic on yourself. So your part of using magic spells is like perfectly fine. Timing valve, spherical figure, what do they both do? Timing valve is, oh, straight quick increase. But we already have one timing valve, but we can equip another one and replace this. That's just a direct upgrade. What about the spherical figure? Increases magic defense. If that's going to replace anything, it would be the alloy deck, but I don't know that that's... Regular defense drops by 70 in that case, but magic defense shoots up by a tremendous amount. That could be useful in the future depending on the fight. I think I will try to remember that I have that as a thing and switch that out if necessary. Right now, I don't think it's necessary. We're not doing any more ship-to-ship fights anytime soon that are going to... that I think are going to involve enemies doing magic attacks, essentially. So I'm not going to worry about it for now. What I do want to do, though, that's got to be regular items. So let's have Enrique. Let's have the last thing Enrique does while he's in the party, V2. Replenish the HP of the Delphinus. Also, I want to check one thing on the map. Oh, that's just my... I was like, what is that lock icon on the map? That's literally the handle of this magnifying glass. Wow, I'm just bad at paying attention. All right, let's continue. After we do this, there is technically... we could technically go still explore stuff around the world, but it's going to be hard to do when we only have a party of 3 at the moment, so... Enrique, are you really going? I am the Prince of Valua. I must return home to warn everyone of Gaussian's plans. Gregorio was willing to give his life for what he believed in. I must do the same. You, all of you, taught me so much. About ships, about the sky, what it means to fight. And you taught me that there are all kinds of people in this world. People worth fighting for. People worth dying for. I want to protect them. All of them. I want to build a country where the people don't have to live in fear. Please forgive me for leaving your side, but I've got to save Valua. Be careful, it's the right. Once again, we have a choice that will increase my swashbuckler points if I choose the right one. And if you choose either of the other two, you get much less of an increase. Be careful out there. You better come back and visit us at Crescent Isle someday. Sure, I'll be back to see you. And for Princess Moegi. I thought he was going to catch a ride, but he's just going to... Enrique, be careful. Oh, he'll be fine. That's like a Valuan escape boat, so Valuan ships will not, like, go after him. If you don't come back and visit us, I'm coming after you. Thank you, everyone. I'll never forget our travels together. I actually am going to miss him a lot because with him out of the party, we have less options for defending ourselves in battle. His Justice Shield was kind of OP, especially with Ika's Delta Shield. So now I got to be a little bit more careful. But it's fine. I'll deal. Complete kits are probably in here. Ice the hero, you're here. Well, you have to buy something from me. It'll make me feel like I'm a part of history. Man, you. I remember when I first came to this town and you did not give a shit about me. Yes. Oh, there's a couple things here. Let me... Are some of these better than... None of these are really better straight up than what I have equipped, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Oh, I feel like I can... That's all old stuff. Definitely don't want any of that. We might as well max out the repair kits while we're here. Excuse me. If the speed waxes are this cheap, might as well max them out too. They're pretty expensive, so I'm not going to max them out, but I am going to buy a chunk in case. I know I just said that I don't tend to use these things, but I feel like it's not a bad idea to go ahead and have a lot on hand. So, all right, max complete kits. That's like the one thing I really need to do. So we're good to go here. Let's leave. And take off in general. The only other thing I would have liked to do before this would be to go back to Tangle Island and double check that I didn't miss the 2 moonfish there. I don't think I did. I literally think I got them on stream, but I'm missing 2 moonfish. And I'm not sure what I missed and where. But you actually can't go back to Tangle Island right now. If you try, you're locked out. So I have no choice but to continue the story because there's literally nothing else to do in the game at the moment. Well then, shall we head back to Crescent Isle and get Fina's ship ready? And Miki left us, and once we get back to Crescent Isle, Fina will leave us too. It kind of makes me not want to go home. What am I talking about? I'm sorry, Fina. Anka, I'll miss you. This is the first time in my life that I haven't been excited about sailing somewhere. Well, spoilers, lucky for you all, it's not going to be that easy. We're about to have a lot of plot. Oh, we came straight here. Okay. I forgot you just got locked into this. You didn't have to fly back. Home sweet home. Hey, looks like they made it back alive after all. Aika, Fina, long time no see. Hi, Vice. You all look well. Gilder and Clara, it's great to see you two. What's in the basket? I just baked a bunch of pies. Come on, let's eat while they're still warm. Wow, really? Homemade pies? Clara, you're the best. Glad you all made it back safely. And it looks like you got Fina's ship back. Does that mean you'll be returning to the Great Silver Shrine soon? Yes, thank you, Gilder, for all that you've done for me. You don't have to thank me. You guys did all the hard stuff. Well, Fina, it looks like you completed your mission. You're going home a hero. Congratulations. Thank you. Well, since you're leaving us, we should throw you a going away party. Let's hear it for Fina. Alright, party time. Actually, I think the party... No, it's still happening. It's just, it's up there. Ta-da! Feast your eyes on this. That looked amazing back in the Dreamcast era when we didn't know. When that was like our only experience of like what food looked like in video games. Wow, it looks delicious. Clara, you're amazing. Well, Fina, it looks like this is going to be a great party. Yes, thank you, all of you. It means so much to me. I started off not knowing anything about this world, but thanks to all of you, I was one of the first to sail around it. I remember when you first got here, you didn't even know what it meant to buy stuff. What? What kind of crazy place is she from? I'm not lying. She said that they don't use gold at the Great Silver Shrine. Wow, that's odd. I don't know if you guys are really advanced or really behind. It's not just gold that we don't have. Flowers, animals, there's so many things I've never seen until I came here. In my travels with all of you, I experienced so much. And one more thing, I learned something very important while I was here. When I left the shrine, the elders told me you cannot trust anybody in that world. They said that the people of this world were fools who just bickered amongst themselves and burned in the flames that they themselves set. Wow. But I met so many caring people while I was here. I learned that even though some try to obtain their objectives through war, there are others that work together to try and bring peace. I learned so much. The memories that we've shared will be the most valuable treasures I'll ever have. Well then, tonight we party until morning. Oh good, there's actually more people here. And so Fina's farewell party continued merrily until the morning light. Food was shared, tales were told, and the bonds of friendship were strengthened. The first encounter with Fina, the great escape from Valua, the search for the moon crystals. As the memories resurfaced, it seemed as if there would be no end to the days they would spend traveling together. And then... Fina, what's wrong? Let's join in the fun. Yes. Tomorrow I'll have to leave. I'll be alone again. I don't want to leave. I want to stay here with all of you. You all mean so much to me. Oh, Fina, All right, here it goes. What was that? Vice, it's an emergency. It's the Armada. They're here. The Armada? Yeah, things are not going to go so good here. Everything is actually going to get rebuilt like instantaneously over the course of the next dungeon. So, and nobody is going to die, thankfully. It looks very bad though. Oh, it's all on fire. Vice, look out. Oh. Right, and we have to fight with only 3 people. We can't justice shield this. Nice place you had here. Pity that it's burning to the ground. We would have asked you to surrender, but we decided that it would be more fun to kill you. Yeesh. Alright, so let's just be careful since we're by ourselves. Let me get Rain of Swords up. Actually, let me try and Cutlass Fury 1 and Delta Shield still. Let me always Delta Shield until I know what's going on. And regular attack won't be particularly useful for her. So perhaps let's use a Glyph of Might on Vice. It was a good idea to use Delta Shield. Okay, good. Cutlass Fury can take them out in 1 hit. But if all they do is continue to cast Silenus, then this will be a quick fight, actually. I guess Fina can attack. For lack of anything better to do. Hold on. Who was Vice attacking? The top one. Okay. Let's have Fina attack the bottom one. Do a little damage. It's probably not going to be necessary, but especially since the Cutlass Fury will probably take that guy out in 1 hit on the next turn, but we don't really need to cast a Glyph of Might on anybody else, and there's no other item she can cast or she can use that will really be useful here, so just have her do a little bit of damage. And let's finish it off. Delta Shield again. I'm happy they can Delta Shield Cutlass Fury, that I have enough, because 3 people in the party means less spirit points every turn. But at least I can still work with this. I can still get good attacks off every turn regardless. And just enough when 9 spirit points. But also, after all this plot is done, Gilder's going to join the party, so we will have 4 people again. No Justice Shield, but at least 4 people who can all do very good damage. So, we'll have options. Valuan scum, how do they find our base? If you must know. Oh, look at that Sephiroth energy. Ramirez! A patrol ship spotted the Delphinus when you came to Dangrel, and they followed you back here. But I have no interest in you or any of your crew. There is another purpose for my visit. I am here for the crystals. Hand them over, now. If you hand them over peacefully, I will call off my troops. If not, we will bombard your pitiful island until you are all dead. The actual correct answer here is you'll have to kill us. Did you think we just hand them over? You'll have to kill us. Nothing would make me happier. Now you will die. This is such a great theme. And it's unfortunate it stops to play the battle, like this boss music. Now, anyway, I am going to Cutlass Fury these guys. Actually, you know what? There's no point. This is an unwinnable fight. You cannot get victory, although if you're built up well enough, you can stay alive forever. But any damage you do to Ramirez gets fully healed on his next turn, so you will never be able to actually beat him, even if you just keep yourself alive for permanently. So there's not really much point in doing anything, but I can attack. Yeah, actually I might as well attack. We'll get rid of the guys on the side. There's no point in delta shielding though. And there's no point in guarding either. I might as well just leave myself like fully open just to speed this up. Now they all do less damage, which is fine. All we're really gonna do is, oh, just miss them and only hit him, yeesh. But all we're really gonna do here is just, I'll just do attacks on everybody and just waste time. The drill nose means I couldn't one-shot him, but I feel like the side attacks from, yeah, they would take him out. Oh, I see an ad break is going to start in 2 minutes. I actually want to test my snooze process that I updated last night. Ooh, here's the move. That is so extra. But also, if that's the only thing he does, you can very quickly heal everybody and get them back up to full. So that's how you can survive this, which we're not going to bother with. Did I equip them with something that lets them dodge that? I forget what they're even wearing. Alright, she's down. Let us wait for the other two. Oh, so little damage. It's Cutlass Fury. Heavy regular attack. I'm gonna wait for my 30-second alert before I snooze this. Well, you really need to actually like attack and not just keep drill nosing. There we go. Alright, snoozing that ad now. And now we'll see if all the code I set up in StreamerBot works correctly. Hey, Doug, how's it going? Good to see you. I am trying to rush my way through this unwinnable battle right now. This boss is, for some reason, not using his cool attack on me. He's okay. That's a one-hit kill. That's like instant death. Which is what I want in this case. Alright, now just take out Vice 2, please. Oh, nice. He uses the extra. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna relax and watch this coolness. This is like Final Fantasy VII summon nonsense right there. The 30-second unskippable animation, it's ridiculous. But it's also great. All right, now we can actually continue the story. At last, all the crystals are mine. Oh, I forgot what he's about to do. Oh. Ramirez, wait! Why? Why are you doing this? Athena, the people of this world don't deserve to live. Like you, I was sent here to gather the crystals. Shortly after I arrived, I discovered the Valuan Empire was also searching for them. They were relentless. I knew they would eventually find them. After Valua's forces retrieved the crystals, I was going to steal them and return to the shrine. we've actually like already gotten his backstory from the Piastel side quests, so it's interesting to see this side of it, and also to see Fina act like she doesn't know why he's doing this. While I was in Valua, I learned a great deal about the people of this world and what motivates them. Greed, hatred, bigotry. They only value material items that can be bought with gold. The people of this world are shallow and petty. You literally only met the upper crust of one country. Jeez, dude. I lost all hope for them. I began to despise these loathsome creatures. But there was one that was different from all the rest. Look at Galthian standing in front of the PNG of the soldiers. That's great. I haven't played this game in like 15 years. There's a lot I've forgotten. That sure is a Dreamcast era level of nonsense right there. I love it. But there was one that was different from all the rest. Lord Galcian. Lord Galcian was swayed neither by flattery nor gold. He also had little faith in the people of this world. Only one thing mattered to him. That was power. Lord Galcian convinced me that this world needed a single ruler, one who could slaughter the weak and lead the strong. He showed me the meaning of true power. The one who holds all the power can end lives, destroy cities, and change the world. A man like Galcian needs to rule this world. Only he can unlock its potential. I swore an oath. I would lay down my sword and my life for Lord Galcian. We now hold all of the crystals. With these, a power greater than the Gigas will be brought back to this world. Now all of you will bow before him. What do I choose here? The next thing you choose to say to Ramirez does not affect your swashbuckler rating. Okay. What power are you talking about? What do you mean by a power greater than the Gigas? Ah, yes. You were collecting the crystals without knowing their true purpose. The power to call down the rains of destruction lies hidden within them. Fina, you knew that it was our people that called down the rains of destruction, did you not? Oh, what? That's a lie. We were not sent here to prevent the Gigas from being revived. We were sent here so the elders can unearth the lost continent of Soltis. That is our true mission. Once the 6 moon crystals are combined, the lost continent shall rise from the deep sky. I saw that continent on the way down to the vortex. That was pretty great. But now I work for Galcian. Together we will raise the lost continent, and with it unleash the rains of destruction ourselves. I don't know what you mean by lost continent, but aren't you people forgetting something? You only have 5 of the crystals. The battle isn't over until you have all 6. Okay. There's an ad break starting in 10 seconds, and what's about to happen next in this cutscene is important enough to not be in the middle of an ad break during it, so I'm gonna wait right here and go to my break screen, and we'll continue this after we come back from break. So see you all in about 3 minutes or so. All right, welcome back from ads, everybody. Thank you for the streak, Lemon. Good to see you. Appreciate you showing up. Appreciate you hanging out on a regular basis. And I'm just noticing that all the code I edited last night in StreamerBot for my ad break things did not work. That's unfortunate. I'm going to very quickly actually go back to the original version of it in that case. If you give me all a second to make these changes. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. This whole if statement goes outside. The stuff in the false result gets disabled, and I disabled the while statement, and that will work, at least for now, to keep things how they were before. If it at least can work the way it did before that, that's fine enough for now. Let me go to pending. Oh, why is that still showing pending? That's weird. Can I like delete that out of the pending actions section? That's weird. Started at. I guess I'll just disable that for now. Oh, I can clear the queue. That'll do it. Or it should. There's like, I right click clear, nothing happened. Dang, did I just mess everything up? Okay. Oh well, I'll deal with it later. I want to play some games. Let me not worry about that for right now. Okay. We last left off on this question, which is a very good question. Ramirez seems to think he's won, and yet the Silver Moon Crystal is not currently in sight. You're correct, but you don't know about the sixth crystal, the Silver Crystal. Watch closely. Oh, is he pulling out the Triforce? What the? In his hand? The Silver Crystal? Ah! Fina! All Sylvites are born with a piece of the Silver Crystal within them. In other words, the Silver Crystal contains our life force. Only through death can the crystal be retrieved from our bodies. Unlike Theodora, we are not interested in Fina's knowledge of the ancients. We are interested in the crystal within her body. Fina, you shall give me the sixth crystal. Oh boy. That's not good. He's killing Fina! Fina! Come, Fina, give your life to Lord Galcian. Excellent timing. It's a good thing that guy's long-winded. Boy, ain't that the truth. Hang on, we got you covered. Pests. Nevertheless, I got what I came for. I can get the Silver Crystal anytime I please, and that has some ominous implications that we will see roughly a dungeon from now. Fina! The crystals are ours. Farewell. You'll pay for this, Ramirez. You will pay. But not yet. You gave the 5 crystals to... Well, we didn't really give them. We had a very long drawn out... Well, no, it wasn't a long drawn out fight because I was purposely trying to lose. But there was some token resistance. We didn't just give them the crystals away. Dang. Vice, I just finished putting out the last fire. This is horrible. I know, everything that we've worked so hard for is gone. Why were you smiling just now with a line like that? Our base, it's in ruins. But like I said, spoilers, this will all be like instantly fixed when we return for the next dungeon, so. And we lost all the crystals. Still, the Phoenix isn't powerful enough to invade Valua either. What are we supposed to do now? What am I supposed to choose? Tell Aika I will not give up. I will not give up. Nice. It's not going to be easy, but we can rebuild our base. As for the crystals, well, at least we know they're all in the same place. Don't give up, Aika. If we give up, then Ramirez will destroy the entire world. We have to keep fighting. There's always a way. Yeah. You're right. At one point, this was a deserted island, and you were stranded here by yourself. Exactly. That reminds me, how is Fina? Well, I guess that reminds him because that was the point where we were separated, and he was constantly thinking about Aika and Fina and if they were okay. Well, actually, ever since Ramirez left, she's been up in the meeting room by herself. I think everything that happened yesterday was a little too much for her. Vice, why don't you try and talk to her? I can't imagine what she's going to. Yeah, I'll go talk to her. Oh, and now it goes back to the original deserted island theme. That's actually I'd forgotten about that, and that's kind of a nice touch. Let me talk to everybody on the way. It's frustrating. It took us so long to build our base, and the Armada burned it to the ground in a few minutes. I don't think any option here matters. Let me go through the swashbuckler list just to verify. No, nothing I say here matters until I actually like get to Fina and talk to her. Now we have a chance to make it better. Well, some of the crew members were complaining that our old was leaking stuff. Now's our chance to build a better base. I've met some optimistic people before, but Vice, you put them all to shame. But you're right. We're gonna rebuild our base and it's gonna be better than ever. Dang, look at all the vegetables are just gone. There's hardly anything left. What should we do? Ismail, you live for this kind of stuff. Here's your chance to make some improvements to the base. Bam! You want something built? I build it. You don't want something built? I build it anyway. Thanks, Vice. I guess I just need a little reminder. I am the greatest. All right, then. I'd better get started. You'll love it. Your base is going to be better than ever. I do want to improve everybody's mood before I go talk to Fina. There's nobody up here. Oh, but Fina's ship is up here. That ship looks very cool, actually. Despite like the Dreamcast era refraction, it looked madly impressive at the time. I'm so scared. What are we supposed to do if the Armada attacks us again? Oh, I wish Enrique was here. I know he would keep me safe. Moegi, you're safe now. That's what matters most. I had to give up the crystals in order to save everyone, but we're all okay. I'll do everything I can to protect the lives of my crew. You're right, Vice. I'm sorry. I'm just so worried about Enrique. He's out there by himself. I'll be brave for you, your crew, and Enrique. He'll be okay. Things are gonna go down soon. Oh, I'm glad they're not chickens. I don't remember what they're called in this game, but I'm glad they survived. Let's talk to Aika. We probably don't have to cheer her up. Vice, I really think you should start comforting your crew. They all look pretty miserable. Especially Fina. She's been in our meeting room for a long time now. I think you should go check up on her. No, why? Everything we worked so hard for is gone. I'm not going to tell Marco to stop crying. That's horrible. We'll just have to rebuild our base. We did it before and we can do it again. The important thing is that no one got seriously hurt. If we all give Ismail a hand, we'll have our base back up in no time. I'm sure Ismail sees this as a chance to improve on the old one. Yeah, you're right. Everyone's okay. I guess we can just rebuild our base. I'm going to do my best. And I might learn a few more things from Ismail, too. Okay, before we go up to Fina, there's nobody on there. Let's go inside the base. How much damage is there inside the base? Things might have fallen over, but, like, stuff wouldn't have been able to... This is a pretty sturdy mountain. I don't think anything would have really, like... Yeah, it doesn't look like any damage inside. Oh, Vice. Last night was terrible. Most of the base was destroyed. We were fortunate that no one was seriously hurt. Oh, the people inside seem all okay? Damn, Valuans, they already burned down my shop once. How long are you gonna let the Armada run around blowing things up? Stop wasting time talking to me and go after them. Osmond, I swear to God. What? There's nothing going on here. Perhaps you would be more useful somewhere else. All right, let's go to the hangar. There is a number of people down here too. Let me check in on all of them. Presumably they are all also fine, but let me check nonetheless. Oh, no, let's always take the pole down because taking the pole back up is the slowest thing in existence. So it's better to take the pole down and then take the stairs up. He's there. Is there anything behind? Oh, well, there is stuff behind there. I've never actually bothered to look at it. Okay, let's go in here first. Hey, nobody wins battles with defense. These cannons need to be ready to go. That Ramirez guy, he destroyed my hometown twice already. He's gonna pay. So Ramirez was the one who led the attack on Nazrad. Can't wait till we fight him again. I'm gonna shoot him full of holes. I actually approve in this scenario. We're sorry, Captain. The Armada took us completely by surprise. That won't happen again. All right, and then talk to Ramam. Looks like the port and the Delphinus weren't damaged in the attack. Once I perform a checkup on the ship, she should be ready to go. The maintenance of the little girl ship is already done, but will everything be okay? Let's peek in here. Pal's just chomping away, doesn't care about anything. I've gone against Valua in the past, but never to this degree. I never question my employer's motives, but don't worry, if I think you're making a mistake, I'll let you know. Slight spoilers. I like how at the very end of the game, when you end the game, it is a JRPG. We're going to beat all the bosses that are causing problems now and save the world. Some of the crew will stay as our crew. Some of the crew will leave and do their own thing because there is a world to rebuild. Lawrence leaves immediately after the end of the game because he's like, you paid me to be on your crew for the length of this campaign. Campaign's done. I'm taking my money. I'm going. He's true to his principles, I guess. I'm so sorry. I can't believe the Armada found us. I feel responsible since I'm a gunner and all. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Belle. They caught us all by surprise. There was nothing you could have done. You shouldn't be too hard on yourself. The important thing is that everyone is okay. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I should start helping everyone with the base. We'll build it better than before. We were sitting there at the port, and then there were some explosions. Rocks and stuff started falling, then we smelled the smoke. Belle was so scared she started crying. Oh, Belle and Lily were really scared. I think they're okay now. All right, we've talking to everybody except the people who are currently up at the hangar, which would include Domingo and Tika Tika are probably also up there in addition to Fina. I wonder if Gilda and Clara are up there too. Not sure. We'll find out. They're not members of our crew, so I don't technically have to talk to them to cheer them up or anything. But from that POV, I do still want to make sure I also talk to Domingo and Tika Tika. Oh, now we get to see the elevator shot of the ruined island. That's rough. Oh, Tika Tika's not out here. Okay. Well, that's probably for safety reasons, but where is he in that case? And if Domingo is inside here, we don't get to talk to him because we're immediately going into a cutscene. Well, I talked to everybody I could, so I'm happy with that.
Hi.
Yes? It's me. I came by to see if you're okay. Oh, Vice. I'm sorry, but could I just be alone for a while? Mina. I understand is the right decision here. I understand if you still need to work things out. I'll be back later. Fina, don't give up, okay? Elders, was Vermeer speaking the truth? What am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to believe? All right, everyone, lift on 3, okay? As soon as we get this rubble out of the way, we can start building again. I can't wait. Oh, there's Gilder. I don't know where you were before, but hey, I'm a guest here. What? Why am I stuck doing this kind of work? Oh, quit, you're griping. This reminds me of Lower City. What are you talking about? Everyone is safe. We should be happy that nobody was seriously hurt. Nothing lasts forever. That's why we build new stuff. In my prime, I would have rebuilt half the island already. Oh my goodness. They're too quick. Someone cast a spell or something. Oh my god. The way Lawrence chases out of them was great. Ouch, I'm so tired. Oh my goodness. Maybe my life is better now than it ever was. Fina has made a true family and she understands that. I love that. Admirals, the 5 crystals are now in our possession. The day of our domination over the world is drawing near. My lord, if you will excuse me, I must go to the place of which we spoke and finish the final preparations. Wow, Gaussian, I'm impressed. You destroyed Vice's base and retrieved the crystals. Sounds like it's all under control. I'll be at my ship awaiting further orders. Get out of my frame. I hate your guts. I don't want to see you. What is the matter, Beliza? You look like you have something on your mind. Share it with me. Admiral Gaussian, please reconsider. If we call down the rains of destruction, so many innocent lives will be lost. Please, we don't need to raise Soltis. Beliza, will you betray me as Gregorio did? No, I have no intention of ever betraying you, my lord. Because Good. I do not wish to fight an unnecessary battle. As long as Valua does not resist, there should be no reason to use the Rains of Destruction. Admiral Gaussian, what should I do? I do not see Alfonso anywhere. He is probably on his way to inform Her Majesty of my betrayal. Beliza, I want you to return to the Imperial Palace and remind the Empress of my loyalty to Valua. Wait by her side until further orders. Oh. This is a very evil masterstroke on his part, and I'm not going to go into any details. I'll talk about it after everything resolves. Trickery is your specialty. Now you can use your abilities to stop unnecessary bloodshed. Yes, my lord, I will leave right away. Damn. Farewell, Beliza. You served me well. Well, they imply here that there was an underhanded tactic there. But I will also not talk about exactly what that tactic was until... Why did that pop up just now? Oh my god. Let me try and clear this queue again. It's still not clearing. Alright, let me try this. Let me close StreamerBot entirely. Because I can do that without it impacting the stream. I'm going to try and fix this live. My apologies. Give me a second here. Let me relaunch StreamerBot. Let me check the queue now. The queue's empty because it clears out when you relaunch. Good. Let me rename this action. Okay. And the way I said it should be fine. Okay. All right. Sorry for that weird message. StreamerBot screwed up unknowingly, and it should be fine now. We'll see, I guess, but I think I resolved the issue. We made a lot of progress in one day. Yeah, but it'll be a while before we can get this place looking like it used to. Wow, that PNG sunset. I remember when we used to watch the sunset on Pirate Isle. You used to always talk about being the captain of your own ship. Yeah, I remember. And sailing beyond the sunset. We've come quite a long way since then. And because we've come so far, we can't just give up now, right? You're right. Our journey isn't over yet. Vice? Aika? Fina? I'm sorry if I caused all of you to worry about me. Are you okay now? Yes, I feel a lot better. Actually, I have a favor to ask of you. Will both of you come with me to the Great Silver Shrine? What? Ramirez was saying that in order to call down the Rains of Destruction, he needs all of the moon crystals. I thought that the crystals were only used to control the Gigas. I didn't know that they could call down the Rains of Destruction. And I had no idea that my own people were the ones who were responsible for the deaths of millions. I even have a piece of the silver crystal inside my body. Everything the elders told me, my whole life, has been a lie. I want to know. I need to know the truth about the crystals, about my people. Vice, Aika, I'll ask you again like I did so long ago. Will you travel with me? Of course we will. I think actually both of those answers are identical in this case. They butt down must you, and they both give you an equal amount of swashbuckler points. But the guide I'm reading said to choose that one, so... Of course we will. Even if you didn't want us to, we'd go with you anyway. No matter what happens, Fina, we'll always be your friends. Thank you. Thank you both so very much. Hey now, you guys weren't planning on leaving me behind, were you? Gilder! I don't know, but it sounds like things are just about to get interesting. You didn't think that I'd just sit back and let you have all the fun, did you? Well, looks like we got a party again. Alright, let's rest up today. We leave for the Great Silver Shrine tomorrow. Alright, now we got 4 people, but we need to... Gilder has not been on our party for like a billion years, so I'm gonna need to re-equip him. Thank you for informing me, Alfonso. You have done well. Of course, I am your loyal servant, Your Highness. And those personal matters of which I spoke? Very well, Alfonso. I shall grant you what you wish. Mother! Enrique? You finally come back! So, at last, you come to your senses and return to us. No, Mother. I have come to warn you of impending danger. Admiral Galcian has betrayed you and is planning on taking over the world. We must try to stop him. Yes, my boy, I know. Alfonso here was kind enough to inform me of Admiral Galcian's plans. Seems that he is gathering the moon crystals in order to call down the Rains of Destruction. What? So that was his plan all along? Mother, we must act quickly. We need to get all of our people to shelter. Enrique, please, calm yourself. We must think of the situation at hand. If we can get the moon crystals in our possession, our dreams of ruling the world will come true at last. Oh my god. I have made Alfonso the new commander of the Balloon Armada, and we shall fight Galcian. Mother, this is not to be taken lightly. You can't. He's too powerful. Your Highness? Do not fear, Your Highness. All of my failures up until this point were by Lord Galcian's orders. If I act on my own accord, I shall bring Galcian to justice. Good, Alfonso, good. I see. Very well then. You leave me no choice. What? Nani? Enrique, what are you doing? Mother, if you continue like this, you will destroy Valua. I must do this for my country, for my people. Okay, this is pretty great. It's rough that he thinks he has to go to this length. Enrique, sheathe your sword at once. Your Highness, please forgive me. But Lisa, Enrique has been brainwashed by the air pirates. He's gone mad. Imprison him in the Grand Fortress until he comes to his senses. Please, Your Highness, wait. As the new commander of the Balloon Armada, I order you to take the prince to the Grand Fortress and lock him up. If you have any complaints, you can take them up with the executioner when your head is resting on the block. Dang. He will get his just desserts. It's fine. Okay. Let's see. We talked to everybody. We'll have this place fixed up before you guys get back from the Silver Shrine. Okay, now everyone's gonna see what Yafatoman builders are made of. I think I should talk to everybody again because they're all gonna have new dialogue here, I think. Lights, leave the base to us. It's in good hands. By the time you get back here, this place will look as good as new, and he's right. Literally every single building will be fully rebuilt when we come back. Venus ship is by the flagpole. It's ready when you are. You're going to the Silver Shrine? Good luck, Vice. I wish I could go too, but I need to stay here. There's a lot we need to do. Let's talk to Moegi. I heard that you were going to the place where Fina is from. Have a safe journey. We will take care of the island while you are gone. I hate this camera sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean all the time. Oh yeah, it was important I do this too because the guide is reminding me I need to go to the shops. Party's full. I need to... Guild is pretty low level wise compared to everybody else, but I will make do. Hello, Vice. Can I help you? Let's talk to you. Welcome, Vice. I just made a new batch of lick mixes. It's 4,000 gold for 10 of them. Look at this. Yeah, sounds great. I'll take them. All right, just remember you won't be able to use them during battle, so be careful, okay? I don't even remember what they are. I think they're like full health restores. Anyway. Oh, we can buy seeds now. I forgot that's a thing. Those are gonna get expensive in a hurry. Let's buy everything else we need first and then see if we want anything from there. I feel like it might be worthwhile to buy a bunch of seeds to outfit or to bring up Guilder stats, perhaps. Please take a look around. I've got items galore. Let's talk to you first. Let me tell you, Captain, I feel so lucky to be part of your crew. There aren't quite as many men like you in the world anymore. But just give me the sign and I'll show you. Oh. That was unnecessary. She sells the boxes that let you do attack spells directly from the boxes. And those can be useful, but generally I don't have a need for that kind of thing. So I will ignore that for now. What is important? Now that I have an adequate forge, I can make weapons befitting of your crew. Would you like to purchase something from me? Vice, have you ever heard of Valorium? It's rumored to be lighter than a feather and harder than a diamond. Valorium, even in the hands of a mediocre swordsmith, would produce superior weapons. If you are able to acquire some Valorium and bring it to me, I will be able to craft weapons of legendary quality. You have Valorium. You are worthy of my finest blade. Thankfully, we picked those up from the Vortex, so we have them already. I shall begin forging your blade at once. This will be my greatest creation. May it serve you well. Does he say anything else now? Genius should never be rushed. Please come back later. No, those weapons won't be available until at least after the next dungeon, but I can at least buy stuff now. And if I remember correctly, what he crafts is what used to be the Dreamcast version's ultimate weapons for Vice and Aika. Because Fina never changes off Cupel, and getting 2 more Chams will change Cupel into his final form. But for Vice and Aika, these used to be their ultimate weapons. I think finishing the Daka Maria side quests with the last 2 Moonfish we're missing will give them optional weapons that are almost as good or perhaps equally as good as these. But we'll almost certainly end up getting these first. So anyway, we have a lot of stuff we can buy for people. Robo Truth is a direct upgrade for both of them. Okay. Let's start with the weapons. Soul Sword for Vice. Moonwing for Aika. We got a Dragon Arm for Drachma. A Stone Blade for Enrique. And obviously the Gilder special for a Gilder. No surprise there. Okay, now we can change some stuff here. Interesting. Everything is a direct upgrade for Gilder because he's not wearing anything. Because when he left the party before, I actually unequipped everything off of him. So, oh, that's all old stuff. I'm trying to figure out what. Well, first of all, let's start with them. Nothing in here is an upgrade for Vice. The Robo Faith and the Robo Truth and the Guy Cape. Well, the Guy Cape is an upgrade for Ica 2020. Or 633. I think I would prefer to upgrade her attack. Oh wait, that's defense and magic defense. Let me hold on. Let me look at these stats again. Will is magic attack essentially. So, let's see. None of Ica's options really will increase her attack at all. So it comes down to what I want for her defense. Either extra magic defense or more balanced. I think Guy Cape makes more sense for her. So let's start with this. The plated armor makes more sense for Gilder, I think. Okay. Oh, good. Stream routes working now. Ad break in 10 seconds. I'm going to finish buying out their armor, and then I will step away myself and go to my break screen. So see you all. And if you, those of you who don't have Twitch Turbo, see you all in a few minutes. And Fina is the only person who still needs something because none of these were really good upgrades for Vice. I don't want to drop his attack at all for the extra defense. Although, you know what, maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea in this circumstance with me missing with Enrique not in the party anymore. I can't Justice Shield, so actually maybe better defense will be a good idea. So yeah, from that POV, let me play it safe and buy plated armor for Vice too. And now we need something for Fina. She has two options. We can either do Robo Truth or Robo Faith. She gets a lot of magic defense for Robo Truth, but I feel like magic defense is not entirely necessary when most magic spells can be blocked. There are enemies that can hit you with magic attacks and aren't spells, so the magic defense can still be useful. But I think having an increased whatever those are, high and dough, what is that supposed to be? The last one's obviously quick. Is that dodge? I really don't know what that is. What all those stats are. This is because the stats are like different on this page than they are in the main menu for the character menus. Let's get this. I feel like either will be fine, technically. We can make do. Okay. All right, we have outfitted the party. Wait, did I want to do anything for Gilder? His stuff is a little low. Should I? Well, first of all, I can spend some moonberries on his super moves, and I really should. So let's do that. That's an effect blocker. Okay, that won't help with defense, but actually that's a good replacement for Justice Shield in terms of helping out in the party. Can't hate that, actually. What do all their stats look like? Should I give any Paranta seeds to him? Let me remind myself what the seeds do. But let me just compare their power first of all. 197 versus 209. Oh, they're not far off actually. His HP I feel like is a little low though. So maybe give a couple of Vidal seeds to him. Might not be a bad idea. I was going to step away, but the break ends in 40 seconds, so maybe never mind. turn off at all. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. The Parenta, oh my god, that's so expensive. Oh, it's because I was choosing 11. I didn't need to do that. Or I went to like 30 of them. That plus maybe 10 of these? Do I have anything I can sell, actually, on that note? I don't want to sell any of that. I would need to go through here. Welcome back from ads, everybody. I ended up not stepping away because I was trapped in menus, but everybody is now equipped. Oh, it's a full party restore, and I have 20 of them now, but they can only be used outside of battle. All Zillion Bane treasures can just be sold straight up. Let me verify that actually. Hold on. Skies of Arcadia Winter Orb. Let me Google this. Yeah, treasures are valuable items that are meant to be sold for large amounts of gold, but otherwise serve no other use to the player. Okay, cool. Let's sell that. Do I have anything else in here that is like that? Bunch of boxes, bunch of crystals, bunch of fish. We'll skip that. I've never had to use the Aura of Valors. I need to remember they're in there so that if things get to a dramatically difficult level and I need to instantly get max spirit so I can cast one of my super moves or my ultimate moves, then that's a thing. I didn't remember that I have the option. Oh, I forgot I had that too. Some crystal. Looks for. According to the Skies of Arcadia wiki, these 3 items that Penta's looking for also count as treasures whose only purpose in the game is to be sold. I feel kind of bad selling a thing that Penta is looking for. Like, should I do that? Is there anything in the game where I would like... Now here's a GameFAQs forum post that just straight up says, no, there's nothing else in the game you can do with them other than sell them. Both it and the gold pollen serve no purpose but to be sold for money appropriately. Okay, all right. We'll just, I think they might have done something back in the Dreamcast version of the game where you had to do everything Penta related via VMU, which is obviously not a thing anymore. But apparently they have no use now, so we'll sell the idol. Sorry, Penta. We'll also sell the gold pollen, which is apparently also useless in this version of the game. Okay, now we got a good amount of gold back. So let's leave. And now I can pump Gilda's numbers up a bit by having him chow down on some of these seeds I bought. Let's triple power. And let's also give him some Vidal seeds. Let's give the rest to her. Actually, should I just... I feel like... Yeah, let me just blow through more cash to buy a few more. Let's leave. I'm just trying to resist the urge to use emulator cheats to give myself infinite money. I don't need to. This game is pretty easy if you know what you're doing, but the temptation is there. It really is. All right, I just bought a bunch of these. I gave them to Gilder to get his up, but also I feel like it's an equally good idea to get theirs up too, because theirs has always been pretty low. And now that I have an ability to just buy them, like, why not? Unfortunately, everything got blown up, so I don't actually have anywhere I can sleep. So if I want to get full health before I head out, I'm going to need to waste items for it. But that's fine. Still have over 100,000 gold, and I don't think there's anything else in the game I'm gonna need gold for. Like earlier in the game, we had to like get large amounts of gold to literally build Crescent Island in the first place. I don't really think that kind of thing is a thing anymore, so we should be fine. Okay, you're saying the same thing. Everybody down here might... I didn't mean to talk to you again. Alright, no new dialogue from the three of them. What about Brabham? What do you gotta say? Venus ship is raring to go. It's at the Cape. Okay. Pow obviously doesn't have anything to say. Because Pow is a dog and can't talk. It's... I'm meant to talk to Lawrence. Okay, nothing new from you. Anything new from Belle? Welcome, Captain. Gossip. You're going to the Great Silver Shrine, right? We'll have this place looking good as new by the time you get back. There's actually no real need to buy anything from her, because I'm not taking the Delphinus here. I forgot you go buy complete kits from her. I'm maxed out on them, so it doesn't matter. I wonder if these might be useful. They actually do look pretty useful. I've never used these items, but if I wanted a lot more cannon shots or a lot more moonstone cannon opportunities to fire, then buying a lot of these might be like a really good idea. But I don't have the cash to go crazy with these, so let's just buy like 3 of each for now. And we'll see how much money I have coming out of like the next battle to potentially buy more. You're going to Phoenix Homeland? Wow, have fun. If they have fun there. Phoenix pretty reserved, you know. You're not wrong. You're going to Phoenix Homeland. Be careful, Captain. Okay, now we will head back upstairs and go up to the meeting room. Now that Fina's at the Cape waiting, that means Domingo and Tika Tika are probably back up at the meeting room. They were not there before. So I can actually talk to them for the first time since the ambush and see if they have anything to say, period. And they probably do. Domingo won't have anything new in terms of discoveries. You know what? Actually, I don't know that. Because I think the only discovery we're missing right now is the Moon Hamachow from the last 2 Moonfish. But also, this game might count that in the ones he wants. I don't think it's one of the secret ones, so... Oh wait, Tika Tika's not up here. Where is he? Alright, well, let's talk to Domingo anyway. Hey, Vice, how's it going? Well, let me check your... Made 87 discoveries. You haven't found much since I last saw you. Yeah, we're still missing 1 discovery. Okay, so I guess the Moon Hamachow does actually count. And he didn't have anything new to say about the island's destruction. So basically we don't have to come back to talk to him until I find the final 2 Moonfish that I missed somehow. Maybe they're on Dangle Island. Maybe I missed the 2 there and forgot about it. But once I find those 2, then I should go up and talk to him and I can get like the final reward from him. I don't need to bother with him until then, essentially. All right, let's continue with stuff in a second. Let's blow a couple Sacros crystals to get them all to full. Okay. And then we'll save. Boy, it's actually been a hot minute since I saved. I should also save state in the emulator, and I've not played this game in so long I've forgotten what the button command is for that. I think it's Shift F1, but let me just do it manually instead just to play it safe. Okay, let's finally continue with story. We will head to the Great Silver Shrine, which is actually a full-on dungeon. Let's go, Vice. The Great Silver Shrine awaits us. All right, time to enter the Great Silver Shrine. Set sail. It basically takes one dungeon's worth of time in this game for Ryukan to finish building your weapons, so that's why it's so important to give him the Valorian before we leave now, so that we can get the ultimate weapons when we get back. Hang on, I'm about to increase our speed. Okay, Finna, go as fast as you want. We'll be okay. All right, hey, you told us to hang on already, but okay. Wow, this is great. Look, Crescent Isle looks so small from up here. How exactly are they breathing? I assume there's some invisible pocket of air over the ship that we can't see. Vice, now you get to see what lies beyond the sunset. This is amazing. We're almost as high as the moons. Vice, look, over by the silver moon. There's something there. That is my home, the Great Silver Shrine. The shrine is actually pretty huge. And also very confusing. The layout is pretty rough. Oh, I forgot they did this. Okay, apologies to anybody who is going to get... I guess you're not going to get motion sick necessarily, but you are going to be really confused about the way this looks, perhaps. So I sure am, too. The whole dungeon is actually going to work this way, which is very confusing and very annoying. There's... Enter the stream of light up ahead. This used to be my room. I grew up in this place. I have many fond memories of this place, but it was so lonely here. This device allows you to speak with and see people that are across vast distances. But after Ramirez left, there was nobody left for me to speak with except for the elders. You see, Ramirez, the elders, and I are the only Sylvites left. The elders said that there was no point in having more people here than is necessary, but for some reason I always felt so lonely here. This bed is actually quite convenient. The sheets are automatically changed every day. But I still felt more comfortable sleeping in normal beds, the kind that you all sleep in. Each bed felt so warm, so comforting, almost as if they had been bathed in warm sunlight for hours and hours. I don't know why. These flowers aren't real. The elders made them, you see. You see, no living creature other than the Sylvites lives in the shrine. Elder Prime made this doll for me when I was a small child. He's been like a father to me for most of my life. I spent most of my childhood days in this room playing with this doll and with Cupel. That doll looks very decrepit. Honestly, a very sad situation. All right, we can go all around. I forgot about that. And there's a couple rooms we can go into. I can see the outside, but there's no window, and it's not a mirror or anything. How does it do that? This is a bed? That's pretty neat. It comes right out of the wall. I think most of these rooms are not going to have anything in them, but I want to check them all just to be sure. We also have yet to enter the dungeon proper. That's where we came in. 3, 4... I think there's 5 routes we can take out here. Therefore, 3 more doors we can go in. The actual shrine proper, the actual dungeon, is through that center column. This is Ramirez's old room. He lived here before he joined with Valua. Ramirez built this a long time ago. He's very artistic. There wasn't much that he couldn't do if he put his mind to it. When I was little, he used to make necklaces and bracelets for me all the time. It's a model of a really old propeller-driven airship, but the level of detail on this thing's just amazing. Ramirez made it while he was still living here. He used to tell me that all he wanted to do was just sail through the vast skies of the world. It's a map of the entire world. There's smudges all over it, and there's a bunch of stuff written in some foreign language. Ramirez used to love looking at maps. He said that it made the world look so small. I never quite understood what he meant by that. It's an entire history of the world written in the holy script of the Sylvites. Ramirez used to spend all of his time reading this book. He was so intrigued with the little intricacies of the world. Yeah, at some point, we're getting a little bit of lore here that shows what Ramirez was like before he went complete psycho, trying to murder everybody in existence. Two more side bedrooms to check, which probably have nothing in them whatsoever. But again, I want to be thorough. I just want to make sure that there's no like treasure chests in here. I think all the chests and the last two chams we're missing are in the shrine proper. But I just want to double check. Actually, there might be a sixth set of rooms. I might have all the chests be chesting. Hey Lima, how's it going? You know me. I've 100%ed too much Genshin to be missing on chests. So I'm checking every single section of this area. Oh yeah, there were 6 routes out here. I miscounted. So this is the last room to check, and then we will go into the dungeon proper. Stream might run a little beyond 2 hours because I don't know how long it's going to take me to actually do the dungeon itself. If it takes more than 20 minutes, then we might run a little long. But basically, we're going to do this dungeon, and then that'll be the end of stream. We'll continue this in a couple weeks. Come back over here. That was her room, and that is the save point and our ship back home. So now we go into the dungeon proper, which has multiple. It's fine. That's where we need to go. So. The camera angles are not going to get any less confusing inside the shrine. Well, they're fine for right now, but wow, so this is what the Great Silver Shrine looks like. It's amazing. Vice, do you see that building over there? That is the Room of the Elders. It is the heart of the shrine. To get there, we must travel through the path of emptiness, but be careful or else you might lose all sense of direction in there. Great, this sounds like it's gonna be loads of fun. Well, I guess all we have to do is just not get lost, right? Come on, Vice. I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what it was, honestly. Wow, I'm not sure what the camera was doing there. Okay, there's no other way up except this way. It does at least keep you up at all times on here. But geez. Let's see. Let me look at the guide here. This says, oh, there's moonberries here too. Hold on a second. This guide I'm reading doesn't say anything about the chams that are here. I need to make sure to get those. In the wheel-shaped room, straight down from the past now. Oh, wait. I forgot what I was doing. The final 2 chams are in the final dungeon. They're not here, so I don't have to worry about anything here except chests. So the guide I'm reading is actually absolutely correct. Go past the 2 junctions. Okay, we need to go this way to get some armor. That is presumably something that Fina can wear. With a name like that, I would assume so. Which does mean this robe of faith I just bought might be completely worthless. Oh. How is this a silver tax? That would be useful if Aika weren't in the party to cast Delta Shield, so that makes it completely worthless. Oh well. Actually, I'm wondering what you just said, Lion Might. It's absolutely definitely the case, but I wonder if they just took the original beam effects just straight up. Like, did they just steal that sound effect? It's probably Star Trek, I imagine, does not necessarily. Well, the creators of Star Trek could have that particular sound effect copyrighted to license out to people. But just thinking of how the industry works, it's also entirely possible the sound effect for Star Trek BMS effects came from like the 60s version of a sound effect pack, and that they licensed it themselves. Goodness knows this game pulls random references from all over the place. Like both the on foot battle themes, when you're on a planet's surface or an island surface, and when you're fighting on your ship on foot. Both those battle themes really just have the aim and break, just straight up. So I would not be surprised if that is straight up the actual Star Trek sound effect that they just pulled in this game via stock licensing. Okay, where are we going from here? That was a worthless piece of gear. At the junction you just passed, take a right down a long road until you can go right again to a chest containing a moonberry. Okay. I do like the sound effect switch depending on what platform you're walking on, but it gets annoying when that's all you're hearing for the entirety of this dungeon. But also, my memories might be wrong about this dungeon. I thought there were enemies to fight. It might not be the case. There sure is not a moonberry down here. Oh, we're supposed to go right again. I was supposed to take this turn. Aha. Continue along this course. And take the long ascending route up ahead. Yeah, there's got to be no enemies here, or else I would have gotten into a random battle long before now. So I guess we can enjoy the music and the sound effects that are overextending their welcome, and the weird gravity, which is hopefully not making anybody sick. We are eventually supposed to hit a tiny little elevator at the end of this path. Yeah, this place has a lot of walking, so I am actually very glad that there's no random battles, because that would be too much, I think. All right, here's the lift. You will encounter a path to your left. Ignore it once I see it. Move along to a chest containing a moonberry. There's actually only one more chest in here outside of this moonberry. On your way back, go right at the intersection. So now we go down the path we just ignored. This is actually going to be a shorter dungeon than I thought. This is a full dungeon essentially, but there's no enemies. There's 4 chests, and once we get the 4th chest, which is coming up, we're immediately going to go into plot, and then that's going to be it. So I actually think we will complete this dungeon in 30 minutes. At the following junction, go. We literally can't go left. Maybe they're talking about a different junction. Oh, here. Perhaps. Yes, cool. A second silver armor? The first one was already worthless. What? Okay. The silver armor would be useless if ever there came a point in this game where Aika wasn't in our party anymore. That will never happen. In this game, Vice, Aika, and Fina are always in the party, and it's only ever the fourth person that, you know what? No, there's a sequence coming out where people get split up again, but I still think they will get back together fast enough that we don't need to worry about trying to put armor on people to account for Ike and I being there, so whatever. Back at the junction, take a left turn to reach plot. And then that's like the end of the dungeon right there after after that. So that was relatively quick. All right, here we go. I should put in an order for dinner, but I can wait a couple minutes to do that. Fina, where are we? We are in the Chamber of Elders. Fina, welcome home. You look very 2D. Oh, that's why, I guess. Okay. I think the idea is that these elders are all so incredibly old that they can't walk anymore, so they have hovercrafts to contain their body, essentially, and those claws on the side to take the place of their arms, which are like unusable now from non-use. I trust you've completed your mission. I'm sorry, I collected the crystals, but they were stolen by Ramirez. What? Fina? Who? What is that? I see you've brought some of the island dwellers back with you. How amusing. Hey, it looks like there's a bunch of them. I see, so Ramirez has turned after all. When he stopped contacting us, we feared the worst. When he was here in the shrine, he was so loyal. I can't imagine what made him change. If he gave the crystals to island dwellers, this is very grave news indeed. If he has turned, and he has all 6 crystals, he may release the seal on Zelos. That would be tragic. Zelos? What's grave news? What are you talking about? I feel like that's a typo. Probably what grave news? Elder Prime, please. I want to know the truth. Ramirez said that he was gathering the moon crystals to raise the lost continent, to unleash the rains of destruction. He told me that the Sylvites called down the rains of destruction on the old world. Is that true? Is that what the crystals are used for? So, young Fina, you have discovered the truth about the crystals. I suppose the time has come to tell you everything. I shall take you to the Hall of Knowledge, where you will find the truth. Boop. Hey, what's happening to us? I don't like that. Everything about this location is designed to give you motion sickness. I hate it. Where are we? Vice, I don't like this. Are you okay? Yeah, I think so. How about you? I'm not sure yet. I feel strange. Hey, Fina, where'd the crazy old man go? I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. I've never been here before. You are in the Hall of Knowledge. This is where you will find the Chronicles of Arcadia. It is here where you may observe the events that shape the world as you know it. Look not with your eyes, but with your hearts. You will see the power of the moon crystals and witness the rains of destruction. It looks like a giant island. This is Soltis. Long ago, this continent flourished under the light of the silver moon. It was our home. So there was one continent for each moon, right? You are correct. The world was at peace and its population was thirsting for knowledge. Because every classic JRPG has a backstory involving predecessors who get too much knowledge and screw up the world and they're all killed and then the world restarts. This watching the world be destroyed in this cutscene is a great opportunity for me to put my DoorDash order in for dinner. But their leaders used their newfound knowledge to create the Gigas. I believe you have seen what the Gigas can do firsthand. They all sought the power of the moon crystals. These 6 little gems twisted the hearts and souls of men. The world became a nightmare. 1,000 atrocities resulted in countless deaths. Even after most of the world was destroyed, the survivors sought to kill rather than heal. We watched and judged. We decided that the world could not be saved. Wow, that's not your choice to make, but anyway. Everything came from nothing, so to complete the cycle, we decided to destroy everything, so the world will once again be nothing. We believe that a new peaceful world would rise from the ashes of the old. I heard a little bit of the melody of Terra's theme just now. The da 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 da. That was probably not on purpose, and it probably didn't include the whole thing. No, just the first 3 measures or the first 3 notes of it. But that was very amusing. Sorry, let me finish putting in my order here just to make sure it gets in. Okay, all good. Yeah, we believe that a new peaceful world would rise from the ashes of the old. Zelos, our own Gigas, was born. It was a Gigas born from nothing, but it encompassed everything. It was truly almighty. Guess what we're going to be fighting for the final boss. Or one of the final bosses. We then commanded Zelos to focus his energy on the moons. Moonstones battered the lands. The world was cleansed of evil. That's a rough position to take a break on, but we have an ad starting in about 10 seconds, so I'm gonna leave it here and have 3 minutes of just destruction in this cutscene. I'll be back after the ad break. All right, welcome back. Thank you again for waiting through the ads. Let's pick up where we left off with the Moonstones literally battering the entire existence of the planet. Zealous was the cause of the Rains of Destruction. When it was over, we placed Delos in a state of suspended animation and sealed him in the depths of Soltis with our magic. It was a magical seal so great that only the power of the 6 moon crystals together could break it. Afterwards, we sent Soltis, alone with Zelos, into deep sky, where we hoped it would remain lost forever. Zelos was too powerful, never should a living soul animate him. We separated this shrine from the rest of Soltis and fled to the skies. Since the days of the old world, we have been watching the world rise from its ashes. So this great silver shrine carried the Sylvites to safety after they destroyed the world. How convenient. You caused the Rains of Destruction. So now you understand the truth. Fina, when we sent you on your mission, it was not to stop Valua from using the Gigas. It was to once again call down the Rains of Destruction. You used her! That's horrible! Fina, you saw with your own eyes the anger, the hate, the suffering, the death. Their quest for power would only consume them. We must cleanse the world. Vice, we see in your heart that you have helped Fina on her quest. I will allow you to stay here in the Great Silver Shrine and live in the new world that we are about to create. Will you aid us? The answer is obvious, but I'm just double checking the guide. Yeah. Who do you think you are? You think I love the Kusa? Oh. You think you can just ask us to forget everyone that we care about? You're no different from Calcian. If the world isn't meeting your standards, then you feel that you can destroy it? I won't allow it. Fina, you are one of us. You understand. No, I do not understand. Elders, you are all wrong. How can you think like this? What? Love their smiles. Vice and the others have taught me something. I learned that no matter what happens, you have to be strong. Even if your home is burned to the ground, even if you're facing impossible odds, and even when you don't know who to trust, you have to be strong and fight for a better future. I believe in what I have learned. As long as the people of the world have that strength in their hearts, they'll be able to overcome anything. There has to be a way to return peace to the world without having to call down the Rains of Destruction. Fina. Well, Ramirez's Japanese voice is so deep. Wow. I'm sorry, but that world now belongs to me. Hello, Ramirez. Oh, that's Galcian. That's why it was so... I forgot that Galcian shows up in the scene. I know Ramirez is also about to show up in the scene. And so I assumed that was him. That wasn't him. I will bring a new order to the world, and all shall bow before me. Galcian! How did he get here? Did you forget, little girl, that Ramirez is also a Sylvite? He too has a ship capable of reaching this place. I have come to claim the silver crystal. What? Look out! Oh. Because a Sylvite just has to die to get a silver crystal. It doesn't actually matter which Sylvite dies. Elders, I understand your wish to mold the world into how you see fit. But you will not be the ones with the power to make that decision. Ramirez is much too valuable to me. I could not take the crystal from his body. I thought of taking the crystal from you, Fina, but I realized that there was a much easier way of getting one. Ha ha! Now the 6 crystals are in my possession. Watch as the world bows before me. Damn, Calcian! Elder Prime. Do not cry, Fina. Elder Prime is now free. He has returned to a state of nothingness. But Ramirez has acquired all 6 of the crystals. The world will crumble before them. All is lost.
Yeah.
No, I refuse to give up. I can't sit here and watch the people of the world be slaughtered. We will stop them. We can't let them unleash the Rains of Destruction. Fina, it is hopeless. Vice, we've got to go back to Deep Sky to find Soltis. Galcian and Ramirez must be stopped. All right, everyone, you heard Fina. We've got to stop them. Because even if the elders are shit, we know our party can do the good stuff. Island dwellers, if you wish, I can send you back to the entrance of the shrine. That would be great. Because I got everything I needed chest-wise. I don't want to have to make that trip manually. Very well, hold still. Good, we actually came to the ship. Galcian and Ramirez probably went back to their headquarters. We should probably do the same. They will probably be trying to raise Soltis from beneath the clouds soon. I don't know what will happen if they do. Nevertheless, we should hurry back. We can't waste another moment here. Vice, I heard a rumor concerning Dangle Island a little while ago. According to my sources, Galcian's built some sort of elevator that leads down beneath the Great Cloud Sea. Do you think they built it to try and get to Soltis? Probably, and I bet they're heading there with the moon crystals as we speak. Well then, it looks like you know where we need to go. Let's try to get to Soltis through Dangle Island. We need to stop Galcian. Hey, look, everything is you can go back to the Great Silver Shrine whenever you want, in case you missed some items there. Although the moonberries and other items that are there they're missable for various reasons that I will not get into. Everything's been rebuilt nicely. I am going to walk in here really quickly. I want to talk to everybody, but that's something I can do at the start of the next stream. First, I just want to talk to Ryukan. Okay, yeah, it's gonna take longer than just one dungeon for him to make the ultimate weapons, so that will take some time. For now, I'm gonna go back to the save point out here. I like how they were all like, we're gonna build it to be better, and they just rebuilt it to be exactly the same way I had it. Let's save my game here. And then let me also manually save my state. Just select a slot. Okay. All right. This is a excellent ending spot. Next stream, we will talk to everybody in the island here, see what they have to say, and then we will go to Dangle Island to continue the story. Although when I get to Dangle Island, before I continue the story, I'm going to double check to make sure I got all the moonfish, so that the two I'm missing aren't still there. For now, I'm gonna go to my schedule page. This is actually next week's schedule. I went ahead and made my graphic for that, so I will be back on Monday with Final Fantasy 16 as usual. But then the only other 2 days I'm streaming next week are for my Final Fantasy 14 static, when we do our M9S reclear and Prog M10S, because I am busy both Thursday and Saturday with WMGSO events. I am going to do my usual shout out of WMGSO. So anybody who's not following them can follow them now. They are the Washington Metropolitan Gamer Symphony Orchestra. It's an orchestra that I do not play in, but I do behind the scenes stuff on the Twitch team. And Saturday is our next concert. Our concerts are normally every May and every November. We have a spring concert and a fall concert. This year we also have an additional concert here in March that is entirely just our orchestra, no choir. That's because the choir got their own concert last fall. This season the orchestra is taking their turn, so there's going to be a concert on Saturday that I believe starts at like 6 o'clock Eastern, which is just our orchestra performing. I will be there. I will be helping make sure that concert gets streamed, so that's why I'm not available on Saturday. And then Thursday is that concert's dress rehearsal, and in my position in the Twitch team, I always try to make sure I hit every dress rehearsal so I fully understand the music that's going to be played. So I know for myself anything that I have to account for during the concert Saturday. My role is this concert actually going to be less than usual. I'm not going to be the one doing the camera direction. I'm mostly going to be doing stream tech stuff and testing out a new system we're doing for camera script. I didn't create the camera script, but the system we're testing involves me putting the timing for the script into a stage timer, essentially. We'll see how that goes, but I am going to be less busy this concert than I normally am, but it's still a concert that I'm still helping to stream. So feel free to watch WGOS's channel on Saturday for what should be a very fun stream. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get things rolling for a raid. I actually already know where we're going to go. Let me put in the raid messages, and then let me refresh the stream and double check to make sure she is still live. I believe she is. Yes, she is. So we are going to go raid Arya McKay, who is a vocalist, a really good vocalist. She does a lot of covers online. She has done collabs together before with folks like Husky on Final Fantasy 14 covers. She is a Final Fantasy 14 player. And she's done a lot of other music stuff too. She actually performed at MagFest a couple months ago with the MagFest Community Orchestra. She was singing in one of their performances of a song from Claire Obscure. She did an incredible job. I got to meet her at MagFest, and I've been chatting with her in a friend's Discord server ever since, and been having a good time. And her stream is pretty cool. She does a little bit of a variety. She mostly does co-working, but once a week she'll also do music requests, and she also once a week will play cozy games like Palia. So it's a good time over there. I enjoy her streams, and she's a very cool person, and we should go hang out. So thank you everybody for hanging out with me, for watching me play some more Skies of Arcadia. You saw the schedule. I'll be back on Monday for Final Fantasy 16. Skies of Arcadia will not return for 2 more weeks since I'm busy this week, but hopefully in 2 weeks from today I'll be able to make a lot more progress in this game, possibly even beat the game depending on how long things take. We'll just see how it goes, but in the meantime, have a great rest of your weekend. Take care. I hope the weekend is chill for you. If you don't have anything going on, if you do have stuff going on, I hope that stuff goes well. And I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.